Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. And here we have the handprint that we went through the last time only as a preview, letting you know what's there. But here we go into detail. And the sheet here is a little different from the previous one because it focuses on exactly what we're looking for and how we found it, what it means, and that. So let's just take a peek here and then we can get started with this. Okay, here's an analysis of one. We'll do one because it's going to take up all our time. I'll try to go as quickly as I can. I'm covering the key areas here will be the finger spacing and length of the, not the length of the fingers, but the finger spacing. The fingerprint, not on this one, but it's on the other one. Palm prints, yes. Major lines, yes. Minor and other lines. And of course, the next two sentences or three sentences don't apply because we don't have traverse here. But looking at the bottom of the page here, we're talking about the last sentence. Palm prints, loops and whirls. Now we have loops here, and it's here, and I'll tell you about that when we get to it. All right, let's get started. Just perusing this, or we're just taking a look at it. This is an interesting person who is very talented, and seemingly the world, or his world, recognizes this, but he has some inward issues, all right? We all have issues, but this one does too. He is, I would say, an entertainer because there's so many things in here that indicates that he doesn't stay put in one area. He's moving about because he has several travel lines here and strong influence. It's interesting how this dips. Okay, but let's get into it. First off, let's talk about these gaps or spaces between the fingers. Now, we can't see what the fingers look like, but we can certainly see the spacing, all right? The wider the spacing between the fingers, the greater the openness and daring and independent the person is. Just in case yours doesn't operate like that, fingers held closely together or on an open hand. Now, the hand has to be open, but if they're closed, the fingers are close together. This indicates one who tends to be contracted and fearful, lacking in self-confidence and independence. All right, so we can't say that applies here. This person is very open, daring, and independent. Okay, now let's go on. Let's cover this one. This is a loop. The sign is here, okay? It looks the same as the loops on your fingers, okay? Now this one is called the loop of humor, and it's located between the little finger and the ring finger, all right? The loop of humor, that's H-U-M-O-R. This loop can be small or very large. Rambling swirl, mainly under the ring finger, and whenever it appears, it confers a cheerful disposition or a sense of humor. A larger loop, the more likely there is to be a sense of the ridiculous as well. It can also appear as slightly square in appearance, but in this case, the person will be noted for his or her graceful and gentle nature. No matter what the size of this loop, the person never offends or upsets and are known for their politeness and good manners. So you can see that this person is one who follows protocol by that and the openness of the fingers. Let's go on down. We'll take Apollo next. Now we covered that considerably, and it's below the ring finger and it goes down past the heart. This is someone who has achieved success. because this shows how you are seen in public, and obviously you've worked very hard, and the public seems to recognize that. So you get fame. This line also represents fame and recognition from people, could be all over the world. But I would venture to say this person has a big or large audience, well known, especially with this, that openness and that feeling of sense of humor. Okay, let's move on. Let's start on this side. Here we have a heart line. Looking at the heart line, oh, you've got a lot of lines that dip down. And when you have branches that dip down, this could be a sign of depression, a feeling that way, loss, draining of energy, and negative events. Anytime the line goes down, in this case, there's a branch coming from the main line, it always foretells something not so positive. You're not feeling up to it. You're really in that kind of mood. Okay? Now, if the branches had gone up, it would be the opposite of that, because this shows idealism and positive attitudes and positive happenings. Okay? Now, take a look at what happens here. This line dips down. Okay? Again, anything that's down, you don't look for positivity. You could look. I don't think you'll find it. Okay, when the lines bend strongly downward and it's coming from the heart line, there is a reluctance to conform to a sexual stereotype. Often this is a sign of fear of loss, and however confident on the outside, this is a secret fear of being a loser in love. Remember, it's coming from the heart line. Whenever this sign is seen, the person needs a lot of reassurance and pledges and faith from a partner. So this can indicate low self-esteem, certainly feeling insecure. All right. Now I pointed out here, headline joined to the lifeline at the start. See? Little insecurity here. Wants to stay around the family and not branch off so much. That's really what that is. You've got a lot of lines here, horizontal lines, and that's worry, and that's stress. Okay, so he has that. But look at all these lines coming up. Fluence. He has help from friends or family, encouragement. So this is something this person needs, and he's getting it. That's good. Okay, so let's go here. Here's the fate line. So this indicates work here. And then here's a second type of work, job going at the same time. And that continues going up, 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 up. And it goes curves over here. So success he has found, even though inwardly there's this feeling of insecurity. All right, let's go on here. Travel. Lot of travel. And when the line is longer, that means it's a farther distance from home. And also it could mean it is a long, your stay is long. You're not just there for a short period of time. Okay? So I think I've covered everything of importance that you need to know. But this is a very interesting person with inward problems, but secure here. He's getting support and he needs it. And unless that line moves, it's going to stay there, that kind of sensitivity. Okay, so we've come to the end. If you like this, by all means, share, give a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe. So thank you for watching. Remember, love yourself, and welcome to the new subscriber. Love and light. Bye.